Hello, this is Dana here. I am here to offer you a practice. This class is designed for my friend Maddy and anyone else that might suffer from vertigo or find downward dog creates a little bit of nausea or anything like that. So we're going to do nothing where the chin lowers down and the gaze is down below the hips. It'll be a 45-minute practice. Great for in the morning or at night is fine too. Maddie's also a runner, so some of the stretches are geared a little bit towards tight legs and hamstrings, as well as a little bit of hip work. So let's come to a comfortable seat. Also, let's have with us a tissue. I'm going to ask you to clear out both sides of your nose. And then we'll just come to a comfortable seat. Okay. All right, friends. So let's come to a seat. Bring the hands down to the knees and grab a hold of the knees. Straighten the arms a little bit. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, deep full breath in. Pause at the top, hold your breath, and then let it all come out. This time on your inhale, pull on the knees just a bit, roll your chest forward. Maybe you lift your chin just a bit. And then on the exhale, you're going to pull your abdomen in, round your upper spine, maybe tuck your chin slightly. A couple more times like this. Inhale, deep breath forward. You could pause at the top. Exhale, curve, rounding as you tuck the chin. This might be the most you tuck your chin inwards for the whole class, okay? So inhale, come up. If that doesn't work for you, you can always round the chest, push back, keeping the chin lifted. Okay, just once more. Great, come back up to a seat. Find your tissue, just give your nose a little. We want both nostrils to be relatively clear. So we can breathe deeply into the nostrils. Okay, so I'm going to have you take your right hand, bring it forward. Take both fingers, first and second finger, put them onto your third eye. And right between the eyebrows is your third eye. Give a little pressure there, point in. Close your eyes. You're going to take your thumb, place it over your right nostril. Don't press the nostril, just over. And then your ring finger hovers over your left nostril. Okay, this is called Maddy breathing, so opening up both channels of the right side and left side of the body. Sit up nice and tall, feel your ears over your shoulders. You're going to close the left nostril. Breathe in through your right nostril. As high up as you can go, pause there. And then close your right nostril with the right thumb and exhale all the breath out the left side. Keeping the right nostril closed, take the breath up the left side. Close the left nostril, open the right. Exhale the breath out the right nostril. Long and slow breath up the right nostril. Pause at the top, close the nostril, open up the left. Finding your flow here, so the breath up the left nostril, pause, open the right, clear it out. Right, so draw the breath up the right channel of the body. Close it off and exit the breath through the left. You'll find your flow here. Take twice more. Inhale, right nostril. Once more. Release both of your fingers. Keep two on the third eye. Take a deep breath in. On your breath out, release your hand down to your knees. Palms will both face up. Inhale the breath. Pause at the top. Exhale the breath. Once more, deep breath in through both nostrils. Pause at the top. Exhale, push the breath out through the mouth. Just once more. Beautiful. Keep this calmness in the mind. Breathe your arms up overhead. Lengthen. Inhale. Palms come together. Exhale them into the heart space. Release hands down by your side. Coming up onto fingertips. Deep breath in. Long neck. Exhale. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Push into your left fingertips. Inhale, come back to center, bring the head up, ears stack over the shoulders. Exhale, push left ear towards left shoulder, grounding down through your right hand, breathing up the side of the neck. Bring the head back, ears stack over the chest. Bring your arms out nice and wide. And let's roll the palms to the sky and push through your wrists. Right? So just get a little wrist stretch here. Deep breath in, push the wrists to the sides of the room. Exhale, bring them forward. We'll take the left hand, grab a hold of the fingers on the right and give a little push forward. Open up the wrist. Come back to center. Left right hand takes a hold of the left and push. I am going to try and mirror you in this class so that when you're watching me, we're both moving to the same sides. So don't try and figure out, try and just listen to which direction I'm saying. Okay, we'll release that. And then imagine you have water on your fingers and you're flicking them open. You can circle the wrists as well. We're going to bring both hands down to the knees and take your left hand and place it behind you. Take your right hand onto the left knee. Find that long 4 count of breath that we were working with earlier. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale to twist. Maybe look over your left shoulder. Inhale to come back to center, hands on the knees. And find that 4 count of breath. So I wasn't cueing it before, but your breath in, when I say deep breath in, it should be about a 1, 2, 3, 4, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's do that together. Deep breath in, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Great. Inhale, turn to your right. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. You could look over the right shoulder to get the top of the spine to twist as well. And then we'll come back to center. I'm going to have you take your left leg, extend it out to the side, flex the left toes a lot, right? So you don't have to be able to reach your toes. I'm just pulling the toes towards the shin. And then you're going to take both hands, frame the left foot. And now think about your left hip grounding down, going inward to the body. As you lift your chest up, maybe crawl your fingertips a little tiny bit towards the toes. And I want you to keep lifted here. So I actually prefer this stretch. Jani Shirshasana here, lifted up. And Maddy had told me that she's been doing some running, and so some stretching in the back of the legs is going to be really healthy and should feel really good. You can always micro bend this knee. And again, you're lifting up so that the spine is lengthening. You're getting a little stretch in the low back. And then as you take your deep breaths, you might find a little bit of softening, or the chest coming down a little closer to the thigh or the knee. Take one more breath here. And then bring yourself up just a little bit. We're going to take the left arm and place it inside the left leg. So make a connection of the elbow either to the thigh, not to the knee. If you're really coming down a lot, you might take the calf, but just right into the thigh is fine. And then take your right hand and place it behind your head. We're going to open up to the right. Keeping the left toes flexed. And think about reaching your right elbow point up and making this really nice long line up the right side body. Breathing into each of those little muscles of the rib cage. If it causes dizziness to close your eyes, don't do that. If you enjoy closing your eyes, go ahead. But for you, Maddy, I think maybe keep your eyes open. Extend the right arm back up and we'll lift up. You're going to float the right hand to your right hip, down on the ground, push down. And then sweep the left arm forward in front of the body, come off of your bolster, push the hips forward and reach your left arm back. Push your hips forward. Great. One more breath. And then reverse it, come back down to your seat. Extend your legs forward, both of them to the front. Both knees bend. Sit down into your seat. Lift your chest up. Extend your chest forward. Keeping that lift, lengthen. And then we'll soften, come back up, take it to the other side. So your right leg will go out to the side, left foot comes in. Again, we're going to turn the whole body to the right toes. So get a bit of a twist, pull the belly in, lengthen. And then imagine the right hip comes back as the chest comes forward. See how my knee bends, protect yourself there. Find the lift up out of the low back. Okay, come up, bring the right arm inside the right leg, find a connection, maybe elbow or bicep to the inner leg. And then you're gonna look to your left, take the left hand behind your head. So there's a push forward when the hand places. You wanna push the head back, open up the chest, and then open the left elbow up to the sky. The opposition is your left hip is super heavy. And you're breathing into all these little muscles in the rib cage, the intercostal muscles. Lift the elbow point up, and then on the exhale, slowly bring the left hand down to the earth by the hip. Sweep the right arm in front, lift up and back. Should feel nice on the front of the hips, and the arch at the back. Release the seat back down. And again, forward folding, not dropping the chin. So heart comes up, chest lifts up and forward. Hands come to frame the feet, flexing the toes. And deep breath in, deep breath out. Once more, deep breath in and deep breath out. Great, so roll ourselves back up. I'm gonna have you bend your knees. We'll take the blanket or bolster, both of those off to the side, and come into a tabletop. I'm going to take a tabletop, inhale, arch forward. This is cow pose, toes tuck. And then to keep in mind the vertigo, we're not going to drop the chin. We're just going to scoop the belly in, keep the gaze forward. So pull the belly button towards the spine. A little bit of ab work here. Inhale, come forward. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Exhale, pull the belly in, navel to spine. And once more. Exhale it back. Okay, I'm gonna have you come up onto your toes, lift your knees and push back. So your knees are hovering, shins are parallel to the mat. You're still looking forward, you're not dropping your chin. Take a deep breath in, push back. Exhale, slowly crawl forward, step, step. Keep the gaze forward. Maybe you want to find something out in front of you that's not moving, your drishti, or even place something there so that you keep your chin up. We're just going to take modified forward fold. So again, you're going to come up to a flat back, lengthen. And then as your hands slide down your shins slightly, exhale. ribs to thighs, healthy bend to the knees. Twice more. Inhale, long flat back. Exhale, hands slide down. Once more, long flat back. Exhale, slide the chest down. Spike into your heels, come up to a halfway lift. Hands gonna draw to the hips this time and rise all the way to stand. Release your hands down. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Legs are strong, they're engaged, pulling together your thighs, your hip points forward. We'll roll the shoulders up, lift the gaze up. Exhale, plant the hands in the center of your space. Let's dive down halfway. Take a lift up, long flat back. And we're going to step the left foot back. And take the left foot back, lengthen your chest forward, drop the left knee down to the earth. Okay, crawl up onto your hips here, hands to your hips. And you want to think about drawing your tail down, so that's going to push the front of your left hip forward, and there's a little bit of draw to the right hip back, so your right knee's over your ankle. Clasp your thumbs, let's bring them together, spread your fingers, reach up, inhale, exhale, open wide. Keep pushing that hip forward, left hip forward, so you get the front of the hip stretch. And then on an exhale, we're gonna twist to the right. Bring your hands together at your heart space and tuck your left elbow over the right knee. Now take your right hand and kind of grab your belly a little bit. Yep, so you like move the skin, maybe move some of the organs. And there's a little bit of a press down into the right hip. You can stay right here. You could lift the left knee up. You could also make a fist with this left hand and push away so you get wringing out of the spine and the organs. Okay, take one more breath here. Exhale, release the hands down. Again, bring the left knee back down to the earth. Taking half Hanuman, runner's stretch. But don't sink back. Let's keep the hips over the left knee. Crawl the hands forward a little bit here. And I should have told you earlier, I always have blocks at the mat. I should have prepped you to have them. And if you don't have yoga blocks, you could use something like a large soup can is helpful. People usually have those at home, especially now. So those supports might be helpful here right underneath your shoulders. Lift the chest forward, reaching the chin towards the toes, breathing into the back of your right leg. Step back onto the right foot. This time we're going to lift the left knee up. Find your balance coming up into a high lunge. Same idea as when your left knee was down. Micro bend the left knee so you're getting the stretch out of the front of the hip. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to open to warrior two. Spin the left heel down. Sink into warrior two. Right knee over right ankle. Push down. And then look down at the right ankle. Imaginary line drawing to the left foot. You want the ankle, the heel, to be in line with your left arch. Sorry, my back is to you. Okay, so warrior, release the shoulders. Flip your right palm as you draw left hand to low back. Reach the right hand up. Big stretch up through the side body. Exhale, your right elbow is going to come down to your right thigh. Again, spin your left chest open. Maybe you take the hand, left hand behind the head. Deep breath in, open up. Or the hand can float down, right hand to the earth. One more breath here. And then you're going to plant both hands inside this right foot and wiggle the right foot to the right, even maybe off the mat. At 45 degrees is your foot. Left knee comes down. Left hand plants in the middle of your space. And right hand to right thigh. Twist open. Okay, and then you're going to walk your left knee back another inch. If you'd like a quad stretch, bend the left knee, reach back. Doesn't work for me, it just hurts my quad, so I'm not going to do it, but you can take that. Or if you have the same cramping issue that I do, you can lift your toes up and find that reach in the front of your left hip. Okay, one more breath. And then release the knee down or release the grasp of the foot. Both hands come into the center of your space and the right foot wiggles back. Find your tabletop. Deep breath in, come forward. Exhale, scoop the belly, find your tabletop. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips, and lots of bend in the knees. Push into your hands as your ribs come to your thighs. And then slowly we'll walk to the top. Take that halfway lift, hands drag along the shins. And then a little modified forward fold. Keeping the gaze up. Push into the heels, hands come to the hips. Rise all the way up to stand. Take a big breath, reach up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart space. Bend the knees, let's bow forward. Plant the hands to the earth, lift the gaze, and step your right foot back. Drop the right knee down, crawl up onto the hips. So find that push forward of the right hip as you lengthen up, abdomen pulls in. Clasp the fingers, try and take the thumb the opposite way. Sweep up, inhale. Get really long on your inhale. Soften on your exhale. Open your wings out nice and wide. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to turn to the left. Hands come into prayer shape at the heart space. Your right elbow is going to hook around the left knee. And again, use your left hand to scoop the belly all the way over to the left so you can get a nice deep twist to the left. Release the twist. Hands come to the earth. Find your blocks or your props, whatever you're using to support. Left leg goes straight, micro bend. Chin comes forward. Breath guided into the back of your left leg to lengthen. Let's step back onto the left foot. Rise up, hands to hips. And this time you're going to tuck the toes. We'll come into a high lunge. Sweep the arms up overhead, get nice and long. Spin the right heel down. You're going to open to warrior two. So take time to, again, look at this imaginary line between your left heel to the back of the mat. You want to have it come to the arch of your right foot. Wiggle the shoulders away from the ears. One more breath here. Flip your left palm. As your palm goes up, the right hand might come to the low back to support. Deep breath up the left side. And exhale, hand comes down to the mat. Right hand either to the back of the head or up to the sky. If this is too low, you stay up onto the thigh. Open up. And then we'll release, hands down to the earth, both inside the left foot. This time the left foot wiggles to the left and the right knee drops down. Keep the right hand in the middle of your space, left hand to the middle of your thigh. And twist open to the left. And then if you want the quad stretch, if you took it on the other side, walk the right knee back just another inch. Bend and go for it. Or pick the knee up. Bring both hands. If you're staying in this modified shape like I am here. Otherwise, if you've got the bend, think about breathing in to this right hip down so you can get into the front of your right quad. Okay, one more breath. And then you'll let it go. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Take an inhale, come forward, cow. And pull the belly in, cat. Let's step back into a plank pose. Shift forward, lower the knees down, keep your abdomen pulled in as you lower, hugging elbows into ribs, all the way onto your belly. Keep the hands just underneath your shoulders, take a halfway lift up. Exhale to release. Again, we're not dropping the chin. Smooth up, inhale. Exhale, release. Just one more time, come on up. Exhale to release. Push into the hands, come to tabletop. And swing your legs forward. Okay. Come down to your back. Bring the soles of your feet together. Hands come onto your hips. Deep breath in. Let's bring the feet back together. Draw the heels as close as you can toward your bum. And we're going to place the hands right down by the heels. Take a deep breath in, push into the feet and lift your hips up. We're going to make this a glute squeeze more than a bridge pose. So squeeze, inhale, stay for the exhale. Inhale, lower your bum just a little bit and squeeze up. Lower and squeeze. For 5, 4, 3, squeeze, 2, and squeeze, and 1, and squeeze. Let's stay up at the top here. Keep the glutes firm, and then extend your right heel up and hold. Squeeze your left glute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot places down. Plant the right foot. Engage the glute as you lift your left leg up. Squeeze, push. Here, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Again, squeeze. Inhale, lower. 5, squeeze. Lower. 4, squeeze. And 3, squeeze. 2, squeeze. One more. Squeeze, stay at the top here. We'll get the outer glutes, open the knees, and close. 5, squeeze. 4, squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Come back together, one vertebra at a time. Roll yourself down. Take the right ankle, place it onto your left knee. We'll lift the left heel off the earth. Maybe wrap hands behind your left leg. Figure 4, flexing both feet. Maybe the left knee comes into the chest a bit. Release the left heel down. And take it the opposite side. Left ankle onto right knee. And then with both feet flexed, maybe the heel comes up. Heel comes down. Take both feet onto the earth. Let's extend the arms back behind us. Bring the knees up. Flex both feet so shins are parallel to the earth. And then we're going to bring hands to the knees. And I want, see how I've just like lifted my pelvis and shifted it? So I want the whole spine down on the earth. You have to pull your belly in a bit to do that. And then you'll give your abdomen a little tension by pushing the knees. Now you can just push and flail, but we don't want that, right? We want a strong core. So when we have a little push with the knees, it just means the core has to engage a bit more, right? Deep breath in and deep breath out. Go back to the arms up overhead, but keep that core engagement. Lower the heels down just about halfway. Exhale, hands come to the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze with control. Lengthen with control. Keep the abdomen really firm. Exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, place the hands down. Extend the arms long and the legs long. Pull the abdomen in, get long as you can, like a pencil. Push through your heels. And then just take a tiny walk to the right side with your upper body and walk the heels to the right. You could take the left heel and put it on top. Push in to get a side body stretch up the left side. Come back to center. Go over to the left. Right heel on top, push. Come back to center. Extend your feet wide, about as wide as the mat. And then place your hands out like T shapes, palms face up. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Let everything go. Right, so try and let that space between your eyebrows, your mind's eye, try and let that be soft here. And stay here a little bit longer. If you're able to release and just let go of everything. If you're ready to come out, you're gonna bend the knees. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side and ground your forehead down. It's always nice to ground down before we rise back up. And slowly making our way back to a seat. Sliding the blanket back underneath your sits bones. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's bring the right hand again out in front of us. Pointer finger, first finger and middle finger to your third eye. Take your ring finger, cover up your left nostril. Take a deep breath in through the right side. Close it off. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Breathe out through the right. Once more, deep breath in through the right side. Close right nostril, breathe out the left. Release your hands down to the midline. You can cup both hands in the center of your space. Breathe in through both nostrils. And out through both nostrils. We'll bring our hands together to touch right in front of your heart space.
Tuck your chin to the fingertips, bowing first and foremost to yourself. And then we'll bring our thumbs up to our third eye and bow to one another for sharing this practice. And the love and the light within me honors and bows deeply to the love and the light within you. Namaste. Namaste, namaste. Yogini. Hope this practice has been helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I look forward to practicing with you again.